What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Sunday, May 17th. These picks apply for the DraftKings Showdown slate. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, real quick for those who don't know how these simulated slates work, everything works the same. You build a full lineup using the players available in the slate. The only difference is the fantasy points each player scores is a fantasy score from any game that player has played so far this year. Only players with at least 15 games played are in the player pool. Pretty simple. They just take a score at random from previous games that player has played, and that's it. So knowing how that works, we've added some tools to Draft Dashboard so you can see all the possible outcomes of scores from each player, and we show the percent chance that the player has to score in each point range. So pretty handy. You can hover over the Sim Scores button and see right here exactly what scores this player can get for this contest. It will be one of these at random. And then you can see what percent chance they have to score in these point ranges. Okay, remember, we have a daily cheat sheet for esports for League of Legends, and that's linked from the Sports tab right at the top of Draft Dashboard. We finally got our sim tools working for MLB on FanDuel. So you can now go tap on that MLB tab at the top of the site and see the percent chance to score within these fantasy point ranges. So for example, Jose Altuve, he has a 17% chance to score 60 plus fantasy points. It's really handy to know so you know what you're getting into with each of your MLB picks. Okay guys, let's take a look at this DraftKings showdown between the Indiana Pacers and the LA Clippers. I'm going to start off by giving you the top value play on the slate, and that's Reggie Jackson, projected at 24.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 10.2 times the value. He's 2,400 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. He has a 30% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 30% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 35% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, and a 4% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. So that's a 39% chance to score 30 fantasy points or more and crush value. So I like Reggie Jackson here at 2,400 DraftKings salary. Another nice value play here is Marcus Morris, projected at 28.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's 6.9 times value. He's 4,200 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. Only a 7% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 46% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 37% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, a 7% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points, and a 2% chance to score 60 plus fantasy points. So he's got some big upside, not a lot of low end risk. So I like Marcus Morris here at 4,200 DraftKings salary. Okay, another player that I like, I'm not sure that he made my lineup, but I like Malcolm Brogdon, projected at 34.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.9 times value. He's 7,000 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. A 10% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 19% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 52% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, and a 19% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. So he's got some nice upside, not a lot of low-end risk for a mid-range player here. I think I had some extra salary and I was able to pay up for a guy with a little bit better stats than Malcolm Brogdon. We'll take a look at that at the end. but I like Malcolm Brogdon here at 7,000 DraftKings salary. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. So look, guys, I know there's not a lot of sports playing right now, but we are posting a daily cheat sheet for esports for the League of Legends contests, and we just added these new DFS tools for the NBA simulated slates. We're going to be updating our tools to help you pick the best players for these sim sports, and I think these tools are going to give you a big advantage. There's no human element here. This is a stats game. This is a math problem. This is where our tools can really help you identify the numbers, the percent chance these players are going to score within these point ranges, so you know what you're getting into with each pick. Another player that I like is Miles Turner, projected at 27.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.4 times value. He's 6,400 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. A 5% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 58% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 33% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, and a 4% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points. So let's just compare Miles Turner and Malcolm Brogdon real quick. Malcolm Brogdon with a 52% chance to score 30 to 45 and a 19% chance to score 45 to 60. And Miles Turner, only a 33% chance to score 30 to 45 and a 4% chance to score 45 to 60. So if you got the extra 600, definitely pay up for Malcolm Brogdon. He's a much better play. But now for the studs of the slate, I like Domantas Sabonis, projected at 44.1 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.2 times value. He's 10,400 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. A 2% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 6% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 44% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, a 46% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points, and a 2% chance to score 60 fantasy points or more. So I like Domantas Sabonis here at 10,400 DraftKings salary. And then we got Kawhi Leonard, projected at 48.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.1 times value. He's 11,800 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. A 0% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 0% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 45% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, a 37% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points, and an 18% chance to score 60 fantasy points or more. So he's got the most 60 plus point upside on the slate, by far the most on the slate. So I like Kawhi Leonard here at 11,800 DraftKings salary. Now this next play I think is the player that I was able to upgrade to because I had the extra salary. I like Lou Williams, projected at 32.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 3.8 times value. He's 8,600 DraftKings salary. Let's take a look at his sim scores. A 7% chance to score 15 fantasy points or less, a 32% chance to score 15 to 30 fantasy points, a 49% chance to score 30 to 45 fantasy points, a 10% chance to score 45 to 60 fantasy points, and a 2% chance to score 60 fantasy points or more. So I like Lou Williams here at 8,600 DraftKings salary. So those are my picks for tonight's DraftKings Showdown. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy basketball videos every single day. So if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy basketball and fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second, and it helps us push out more fantasy content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. This is a quick reminder, you should be reading the comments of this video. We have some savvy basketball fans who watch these videos, and they often give great plays and call me out when my picks are wrong. Wisdom of the crowd is a great way to get a feel for what players the field likes in today's NBA slate. We also have a DFS tool that shows you what players our members like for today's slate, so you can come on in and check that out.